At pick six in high school?
I mean, that's in the past, but, I said what I said. We really won that game.
No hard feelings.
How far is this offensive line come?
Came a long way. We really have. Coach Warner brings a different attitude to the whole line. We really getting a lot of things going this year. In practice, you feel the energy. You feel everything. And, we've come a long way.
You know the story with this offense the last couple seasons, how great the defense has been. People have pointed to the offensive line. Can it be a strength this year?
Yeah, it is a strength of our offense. Our offensive line will be the one strength of our offense this year.
What gives you so much confidence in that?
You'll see.
You got a tease?
Nah, just we was going to work. That's all I can say.
What has Coach Warner brought to the offensive line, and what has he done to change the culture there?
Coach Warner's a very wise man. He knows a lot of different things. He just knows a lot. He's been around so much. He's been coaching for so long. He's been able to share some of that experience with us. Some of the things he's learned along the way. He's been teaching us a lot of things, and we've been implementing it into our game, and it's really shown, and it's really been paying off.
Has the offensive line benefited from the fact that there's like a little bit more streamlining since last year you had one coach overseeing the tackles and the other in the interior? Does it help having just one guy?
I don't really see like a difference really. It's just I'm not really sure.
You had so many first-year receivers last year. What difference do you see from last to this, especially with somebody like a Tariq Black?
Tariq got hurt, pretty early in the season last year. Seeing him come back and being able to play is really impressive. There's a lot of receivers. All our receivers are actually really impressive. Of course, Donovan's really impressive. Grant, Nico, all the guys are really impressive. Our receiver unit is pretty talented.
You've known Shea for a while, obviously, IMG. Has he always carried himself? I mean, everybody's describing him as a guy who carries himself with confidence, swagger. Has he always been like that?
Yeah, he's always been a confident guy. He's not cocky or anything, but he's always been a confident guy. It's kind of hard to bring him down. Shea, he's always been a confident guy.
And what does that do for an offense when you got a guy like that leading?
It does a lot for offense. When you got somebody that can take charge and has the experience, it does a lot for offense.
When he wasn't sure whether or not he'd be ready to play for you guys this year, what the ruling was going to be, did he lean on you at all? Was he down at all at that point?
You talking about the eligibility?
Yeah.
Nah, it didn't really affect him. It didn't. At least you couldn't tell. It didn't really affect him really. You could tell he was just ready to just play football. He just wanted to work.
What ways have you seen him?
John Runyon at left tackle.
John's talented. We got a pretty athletic offensive line. We have a lot of competitions. Who's the most athletic, and John's up there. John's really athletic. He's really talented too. Really smart. He's one of the older guys in the offensive line actually. So, it's good to have him on there too.
What are those contests?
Sometimes you do, big man, wide receiver, DB, one-on-ones. We'll race once in a while. We'll do little things like that.
He's one of the older, you're one of the younger. But center's still a spot where you have to lead. Are you comfortable with that part?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable with it.
You're a vocal guy, or how would you describe yourself?
I don't have a voice right now. I yell all day. So, I'm pretty vocal on the field. I have to make a lot of calls. I have to communicate because if I don't, we can't function. So, I love that role. I love being a vocal guy. I love, being able to communicate and lead things.
So you say it's not a matter of if the line is going to be a strength. You say it already is.
Yeah.
Insight into why you are so confident. Why that's the case. You're not showing people.
It just feels. You could just tell. It's just one of the things. Like if you were out there watching practice, you could see the offensive line has improved so much, and it's just, it's just a great thing to watch. It's just you can just feel it. We've gotten better. You feel, when you do different things, you run different plays. And we get a lot of things done that we couldn't do before. We're doing a lot of things better now.
You say your voice is hoarse. How much how much have you taken upon yourself to communicate at line of scrimmage, in the huddle, with every set you guys go out there with?
A lot of this is for the line of scrimmage. You know, I do extra. You know, I can be vocal sometimes. So, you know, most of it's from, you know, making calls and doing everything else. And other things are just, you know, just being loud and having fun on the field.
But you're the captain of the line, I would say, in that sense, right? Communicator?
Communicator, yeah.
I mean, how much have you taken, how much serious of a role have you taken in that sense, and how much is Coach Warner?
It's been a serious role for me to be a leader on the offensive line. Being so I'm so young, I'm not the only leader on the offensive line, but I have to step up to the plate and take a bigger role than a younger guy really would. You know, being so I'm the center, you know, I have to be able to communicate a lot of things, recognize a lot of things. I have to be able to do things that I have to make veteran decisions. You know, I have to be able to think like an older person. I have to be able to do a lot of things like that. And you know, having Ben Bradson next to me, you know, makes it a lot better. You know, somebody's been doing it for a while. You know, it just makes my job, you know, a lot more fun. Just, you know, just it's good.
This is what you came here to, to fill that role, the old thing you just said, play center?
Yeah, something I've been doing my whole life. So, you know, in high school, you know, I'm used to making all the calls. I'm used to doing everything. So, taking this role now is it's a bit of a step up, but I love it. You know?
What alignment or competitive Nicky, but do they tell you guys? Can they tell that you've improved? Do they talk to you about that?
Yeah,
What do
they told stuff like that. They haven't, you know, when they get beat, you know, they don't really like to tell us that they got beat, but you know, defensive line, you know, you could tell that they know that, you know, we've gotten better.
Do you feel like you've grown up a lot in the last year?
Yeah, I thought I was growing up a lot. Actually, you know, when I got here, I was 17 years old when I first walked on this campus. 19 now. So I'm not old yet, but you know, I've grown up a lot. You know, had to take the leadership role a little bit. You know, be a role model to a lot of young guys.
What do you remember about Shea as a quarterback at IMG, and how does that compare to what you see now?
It's pretty much like I'm just watching. It's just like I'm watching him in IMG. You know, the uniform really it looks exactly the same. You know, he's always had that in terms of his style, in terms of how he plays. You know, it's almost exactly the same. You know, I don't really see a difference.
Is there a way you've seen him improve more? You know, any aspects in which you look at him and say, "Wow, that's a lot different" at all?
Yeah. I mean, I would assume he would have improved. You know, we're not in high school anymore, so I mean, he was good in high school. So you know, seeing him make those plays here, you know, in practice and stuff like that, it just shows like, all right, you know, it's carried over.
What's the difference between Spinellis and Onwenu to your right?
You know, both of those guys are really talented. You know, when I have them next to me, you know, I can, you know, it's just every guy has their own little different talent. You know, I couldn't really give you a specific thing that makes them so different. You know, they both have you know, their special characteristics.
Well, Mike's bigger.
Yeah.
Is the improvement on the offensive line something that's more of a physical development where you guys are getting more push, or do you think it's more of a mental thing where it's just clicking where it wasn't last year?
I feel like it's a little bit of everything. You know, Coach Herb has really helped, you know, get our bodies right. You know, Coach Herb has really helped us a lot. You know, we've gotten a lot stronger. You know, we've gotten faster. And, you know, guys are spending a lot more time watching film and studying. So the mental part of it, you know, has really gotten better as well.
How much? What's the response? Sorry.
Yeah, Mike.
Response.
You know, just since I was younger, you know, since I first started playing center, you know, those guys were at Florida. You know, I was just watching them, him and Marquise, and it was just like, these dudes got some, you know, some swag, and I always resembled my game around them. That's just always like who I resembled my game around them. Just those two.
Ed Warner, the track record, I think the last 2 or 3 centers have started their first game in the pros. Have you seen something that maybe he's able to get the most out of the position?
Yeah. You know, it is, you know, now I think about it, it is great that he does have, you know, 2 former centers starting in the NFL right now. You know, I hope to be the 3rd, you know, and it's just, you know, it's just great to have, you know, a coach like that on the staff. you know, just have a offensive line coach that could just has such a great history with guys in the NFL and has such a great history with developing guys. You know, it just you know, it's just really good for our offensive line.
Is it something special that you know, the way he treats the position or coaches it? Something that he does.
I take coaching really well. So I'm sorry, Devin Bush is messing with me right now. I take coaching really well. So, you know, whatever he tells me to do, you know, his style of coaching is of course different. Every coach has a different style of coaching. But you know, I just do whatever he tells me to do. I don't really think about it much because I don't question it. So.
Those before and after photos, do you guys like that those are being circulated? You know, before Ben, after Ben.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You know, just seeing how much our bodies has changed. I didn't think that I looked that different. I didn't think any of us looked that different. And you know, it's just crazy to see that kind of transformation in such a short period of time. And you know, it just shows, you know, Coach Herb, you know, has really been getting us right. You know, has really been working us.
What have you seen from the right tackle spot?
A lot of competition. You know, right tackle spot. You know, guys are going out right now. You know, just a lot of competition, and you know, just making each other better.
Time for a couple more from Cesar.
Are you happy with the way that group has progressed?
Yes.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.